Dear children, one day Ahmed and Fatima's grandfather took them aside and told them, "Today I want to share with you some knowledge regarding life and its circumstances. If you understand them, then you could easily face many upcoming challenges in your lives." Ahmed asked, "Grandpa, is it important to understand life and the conditions occurring in it as well?" Grandfather answered, "Yes, my wonderful children. It is very essential for every human being to understand the situations which take place in life, and most importantly, life itself. Keep in mind that every human would have to face several conditions in their lives. Sometimes there will be happiness, sometimes sadness, and sometimes a thing dear to us will be stolen and we will grieve over it. On the other hand, there will also be times where we will achieve success and express our joy. All of these matters most definitely occur in every person's life. Hence, a person has to make themselves really strong before any future challenges, as incidents could have such a strong impact that it could destroy an individual's life. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was greatly tested during his time. His life was filled with difficulties and extremely harsh challenges. But why? It is because his life is meant to be a source of hope, an illuminating light, and an inspiring example for all of mankind, especially when they experience life's tests and conditions. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ had faced all of his circumstances and gracefully succeeded in them. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ's life period, from his childhood to his youth and until his last moments, is a notable example for human beings. His life's events are versatile, and they taught us how to properly handle every situation in the world. Dear children, do you know how important a person's child is to them? If a child gets sick, the parent is ready to spend all of their wealth on the treatment. A parent could not bear, under any circumstances, see any of their children in pain. They do every possible thing they can to reduce their child's pain. A parent's love for their child is one of the purest forms of love in this world. If a child passes away, then the amount of their hardship and suffering for the parent is too severe for words. Our dear Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was blessed with 3 sons and 4 daughters by Allah Almighty. The sons were named Qasim radiallahu anhu, Abdullah radiallahu anhu, and Ibrahim radiallahu anhu. His daughters were named Zainab radiallahu anha, Ruqayya radiallahu anha, Kulsum radiallahu anha, and Fatima radiallahu anha. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ had 3 sons, but they all passed away in their childhood. Some people even recounted about Qasim radiallahu anhu. They narrated that as a growing child, he was old enough to walk across the valleys of Mecca. He was also seen riding a horse on his own. However, he had died while he was still a child. This incident caused immense grief to Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, but he made efforts to stay composed and was always grateful to Allah regardless of the situation. Then Prophet Muhammad ﷺ's second son, Abdullah radiallahu anhu, had also passed away after a few years. In this tragic situation, it is very difficult for a person to compose themselves. But Prophet Muhammad ﷺ encountered this trial with a lot of courage. After the death of Abdullah bin Muhammad radiallahu anhu, the tyrants of Mecca celebrated with great delight and ridiculed Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. They called him Abtar, which means the one who is childless. Ibn Sa'd narrates that Anas bin Wali said that Prophet Muhammad ﷺ's male offspring had passed away. Hence, he is without any descendants. The uncle of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ also mocked him with similar distasteful words. In a small but concise surah of the Quran, Surah Al-Kawthar was revealed. It was said that only the one who hates you is truly cut off from goodness. So pray and sacrifice to your Lord alone. In these tough circumstances, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ's uncle Abu Talib and his wife Khadija radiallahu anha supported him through every moment. After the revelation of prophethood, the unbelievers started creating problems for Prophet Muhammad ﷺ quite frequently. However, they couldn't harm him because of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ's uncle, Abu Talib. The Prophet was gradually encountering all of the hardships when his beloved uncle also died. After some time, his pious wife Khadija radiallahu anha, his anchor of support, the one who supported and understood Prophet Muhammad ﷺ in every ordeal, his beloved wife, had also passed away. These two personalities were very dear to Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. They were always there to help him and supported him in every matter. Therefore, their passing away was a great calamity for Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and caused him immense grief. This is why Prophet Muhammad ﷺ had called the 10th year of prophethood as the year of sorrow. After the demise of Khadija radiallahu anha and Abu Talib, the disbelievers started causing more torment and more trouble for Prophet Muhammad ﷺ than ever before. They had begun oppressing Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and his followers, and they would take every possible chance to torture them. Once, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was praying near the Kaaba when a mischievous man appeared behind him. He took the stomach of a slaughtered camel and placed it on the Prophet's back while he was prostrating on the ground. The camel's stomach was so heavy that he couldn't raise his head, so he prolonged his prostration. After a really long while, his daughter, Fatima radiallahu anha, got to know about the incident. She went there and with great effort threw the camel's stomach off of him. Finally, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ raised his head from prostration. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was deeply saddened about this incident done by the disbelievers. However, our merciful Prophet Muhammad ﷺ remained steadfast in his mission and did not let their cruel actions change his behavior. Even after every hardship created by them, he still treated his enemies with goodness. Dear children, you all must be aware of how our beloved Prophet Muhammad ﷺ encountered such difficulties. However, he did not get discouraged by those events. Instead, he confronted them with patience. While facing his hardships, he even treated everyone, especially his enemies, with kindness and good manners. In his lifetime, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ had performed several virtuous deeds. Therefore, he led a very successful life, which remains a notable guide for all mankind to follow.